in September, the Broncos won a thriller in their last matchup against the Raiders. Can Las Vegas avoid the sweep? The answer comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Denver Broncos. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And he's looking good now. I mean, 5 touchdown passes in the last game. Okay, he threw a couple of interceptions. That's a little bit of a concern. But I remember a basketball coach telling me one time, he had a guy who averaged about 40 points a game. And he said the press got all over him because he didn't play much defense. He said he's averaging over 40 a game. The guy against him's not scoring that. We still have the advantage.
Yeah, and they got the win last week in that effort.
Even better. It's always best to clean up things after a win than after a loss.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Off play action. Ellsworth. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Dalvin Tomlinson forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
On 3rd down, Ellsworth. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. So now here are the Broncos with excellent field position to start off. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass. So he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense...
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Williams. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Javonte Williams with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Broncos on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to.
And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Broncos.
Play action. It's Wilson. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run it with Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Broncos have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. A first down and more for Jacobs. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Josh Jacobs, boy, I tell you, he is a complete package. The power that he has to run through you, and then he's also got the speed to run away from you, as we saw there.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They go play action now. Wilson. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play. Get ready, boy. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Davis. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37. And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there. Now it's Wilson. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty. It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play. Through one quarter, 14-7, our score. Play action. Now Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done. Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Following the fumble recovery, Ellsworth got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Mike 50.
On second down, it's Jacobs, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
These two teams, they met up back in the season opener, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
On first down, Ellsworth, and a slant hauled in by Ruggs, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up first and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
That's caught by Waller out left side. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw on second down, Ellsworth. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it winds up at 6 points for the Raiders. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Let's go, baby.
Denver's offense ready to go again.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because...
And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. Harold Landry, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too. Now, that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. There's Wilson. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. From the right hash, this from 48. The kick by Carlson is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Raider offense going to head out now late in this 1st half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range.
On 1st and 10, Ellsworth. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ellsworth. He finds his man. Complete. That's Garner. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Ellsworth. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Emmanuel Ogbah. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the 2nd half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And we will not have a run back here as the 2nd half starts with a touchback.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They'll run on first down. Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. There's Wilson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The intended target, T.J. Hockenson. But now it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete to Davis. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He completes this to Sutton. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hilton. And the Raiders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
To throw on 2nd down, Ellsworth. Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He'll find his tight end. That's Waller.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing on first down, Ellsworth. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Dalvin Tomlinson picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here, back-to-back sacks.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Got some real estate inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together. Now, this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off around the 27.
And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Looking to throw. Ellsworth. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. Where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Ellsworth.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Ellsworth. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at about the 14. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10.
And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Jerry Jeudy,
his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And exactly how fast was he going? According to Next Gen Stats, 21.7 miles per hour.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Ellsworth. He finds his man. Complete. It's Wade. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to it and hold it for just a short gain.
The Raiders on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Ellsworth. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Denver's offense now set to go. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They go play action now. Wilson. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let it go deep. Right sideline.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one, because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. But they're looking for it now.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ellsworth gets this to Waller. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To throw on 3rd down. Ellsworth. Able to connect with Jacobs. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. He's going to float this one deep right side. And got his man complete. And he takes this in the red zone all the way inside Denver's 15. It's a big play there for Vegas. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the handoff, this is Jacobs, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Jacobs, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. On third down, here comes Jacobs. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
I don't know how many more of these Miles can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready in the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together, make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off down near the 5. And the Raiders have just about...